Okay, did you know your heart is actually 5,000 times more electromagnetically powerful than your brain? Yeah, 5,000. Welcome to this explainer. Today we are diving deep into the incredible, mostly hidden mechanics of your heart. We're going to unpack how to track its health, look at the totally diverse range of practitioners who can help you optimize it, and see how all of this ties into the broader philosophy of the wellness revolution. Whether you're just kicking off your health journey or you're already super invested in cardiovascular optimization, there is something profoundly fascinating in the source material we're covering today. Let's get into it.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be moving through the heart's powerful story, understanding cardiovascular disease, tracking your heart health, practitioners and treatment options, and finally, joining the wellness revolution.
All right, let's jump right into section 1, the heart's powerful story. So, let's go back to that crazy number, 5,000. I mean, we usually just think of the heart as this simple mechanical pump, right? But it's actually generating an electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than what your brain puts out. Every single time your heart beats, it pushes out about 2.5 watts of electrical energy. It literally creates this torus-like pattern, kind of like the Earth's own magnetic field, complete with dual poles. And this powerful field, it permeates your entire body, constantly sending incredibly intricate, updated information to every single cell it touches.
And speaking of how it works, the wellness revolution completely flips our understanding of blood flow. It's not just this brute force pump shoving fluid through a passive system of pipes. No, the sources show us something way cooler. Your blood actually moves independently, swirling and twisting like a tiny tornado. This vortex design is absolute genius. It concentrates the heavier red blood cells right in the center, spins the lighter platelets on the periphery, and lines the vessel walls with just a thin layer of plasma. What does that mean for you? Minimal friction. That means way less wear and tear on your blood vessels.
But wait, it gets even wilder. Have you ever heard of the heart brain? Up to a quarter, yes, 25% of your heart's cellular composition is actually made up of neural cells. You literally have a neural network inside your chest that forms this ceaseless two-way communication channel with your actual brain. It's hardwired straight into your central nervous system, hooking up to major centers like the amygdala and the hippocampus. So your heart isn't just pumping, it's actively processing emotional memories, it's interpreting sensory experiences, and it is directly changing how your brain functions.
Which brings us to section 2, understanding cardiovascular disease. Because when a highly intelligent engine like this runs into roadblocks, things go south. The damage usually kicks off with some familiar culprits that really strain your system. We're talking high levels of LDL, the bad cholesterol, which builds up as plaque in your arteries. Then there's uncontrolled high blood sugar, often tied to diabetes, which actively damages the vessel walls. When you add in the extra strain of excess weight and the weakened heart muscles that come from a sedentary lifestyle, it is basically a recipe for severe vascular damage.
And those root causes? They ultimately drive 3 major categories of disease. First up, we have coronary artery disease, where the arteries directly feeding the heart become narrowed. Second are cerebrovascular conditions, or strokes, which happen when vital blood flow to the brain gets disrupted. And third is peripheral artery disease, or PAD, where the blockages happen in the arteries outside the heart, usually restricting blood flow to your legs and limbs.
Moving on to section 3, tracking your heart health. Knowing those risks, how do we actually keep an eye on things and make sure that blood vortex keeps spinning smoothly? It's really a 3-step journey. Step 1 can actually happen right in your living room. Smart blood pressure monitors now sync right up to your phone to give you a daily big-picture view of your cardiovascular health. Step 2 means heading to the clinic for a lipid profile. That's a blood test that gives you the exact breakdown of your LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. And Step 3 is the classic ECG, or electrocardiogram, which taps right into that electrical power we talked about earlier to check your heart's rhythm. Now, if you really want to get under the hood, modern diagnostics are basically sci-fi at this point. Doctors can test your blood for specific cardiac enzymes, like troponin, which are only released into the bloodstream when the heart muscle is actually damaged. Or they might use biophotonics. This is wild. It's a non-invasive technology that uses light-based methods to study your cardiovascular system and pick up biomarkers. Throw in some advanced radiology, like a cardiac MRI, and we have an unprecedented ability to see exactly what's going on inside your heart. Okay, section 4, practitioners and treatment options. Once you have all that tracking data in hand, who do you actually take it to? Well, you've got a massive spectrum of professionals to choose from. You've got your traditional Western cardiologists utilizing pharmaceuticals. You've got holistic naturopaths focusing on lifestyle and targeted supplements.
Eastern practitioners using traditional Chinese medicine. And then you have these really innovative approaches like hyperbaric oxygen therapy, or HBOT, where you literally sit in a pressurized chamber that dissolves concentrated oxygen straight into your bodily fluids for deep tissue healing.
If we zoom in on the Western approach, cardiologists have quite the arsenal. They use ACE inhibitors and beta blockers to relax your blood vessels and drop your blood pressure. Statins step in specifically to lower that cholesterol and stop arterial plaque in its tracks. Diuretics are used to help flush out excess sodium in water, and anticoagulants act as blood thinners to keep dangerous clots from forming.
Now flip to the completely opposite end of the spectrum, and we have the Eastern perspective. In traditional Chinese medicine, blood isn't just physical fluid, it's shui. It is deeply interwoven with qi, your life force, and shen, your mind and spirit. So if your blood flow is messed up, they view that as a disturbance to your mental clarity and emotional balance. TCM practitioners use acupuncture and specific herbal blends like shui fu ju yu tang to literally invigorate that vital circulation and clear out energetic blockages.
Looking at the holistic side of things, the source material points to some serious heavy hitters for natural supplementation. Take omega-3s, found in things like fish oil and chia seeds. They actually reduce blood viscosity, meaning they make your blood less sticky, which takes a ton of pressure off your whole system. Then there's cocoa flavanols derived from cocoa beans, which help relax blood vessels and have even been shown to boost brain function in sleep-deprived people. Plus, botanicals like ginkgo biloba and resveratrol pack a massive antioxidant punch to protect your vessels from inflammatory damage.
Let's bring it all together in Section 5, joining the wellness revolution.
Because if we zoom all the way out, past the physical organ, past the electrical fields, metaphysical traditions view the heart as a spiritual vessel. It's linked to the anahata, or the heart chakra. It acts as the absolute focal point for our capacity to love and connect with humanity. It's even described as linking to the fourth layer of the aura, basically serving as a bridge between our physical bodies and higher spiritual states of consciousness.
The Wellness Revolution text really nails this whole concept with one perfect quote. Take time to understand your heart, for it is at the heart of everything you do. Whether you are looking at your heart as a mechanical marvel, a swirling fluid vortex, a literal second brain, or a spiritual center, taking the time to truly understand and care for it is absolutely paramount to your well-being.
So, here is where I leave it to you. With all these incredible tracking tools and diverse practitioners right at your fingertips, from biophotonics to holistic naturopaths, the only question left is this: which methodology are you going to choose to empower your own heart health today? I really hope this explainer gave you some clarity and maybe sparked a little inspiration to take charge of your cardiovascular journey. Keep exploring, stay curious, and take care of that incredible engine inside you.